All right, let's start and just take one more deep breath, letting go of all that stuff. And we'll start shaking that out. Whenever we move like that, we usually end up loosening some stuff. And when we sleep, our energy slows down and sometimes it stagnates, so we want to open that up. And shake it out to the side. Shake it out to the front. And to the back. And then a little up overhead. And then let's shake it down and move those hands and clear those murky waters. Keep those knees bouncing just a little, feet grounded, and just let all that stuff go. And breathe and come back up. Good. Opening up into the stretchy version of embracing lightning. So we're going to push out, bring our hands around, and really just smooth out the lung meridian and stretch. And then breathe and stretch. And really feel like you're pushing out through the tips of your fingers, trying to separate those shoulder blades. And breathe. So we're opening up the front of the lungs, and then we push and open up the back of the lungs. And breathe. And let's do one more on each side. Good. And then drop the hands. We'll do a little chi massage, rubbing the kidneys. And then brushing down over the toes. Bending the knees is fine. Coming up and brushing. Rubbing those kidneys, warming them up, giving us internal fire. Down the back. Legs soft, knees bent if it makes sense. Over the toes and then up the inside of the legs. And back around. And then down. And up. And let's do one more. Rub these kidneys. Drop it down. And pull it up. Turning the moon gets us into our side body, which activates our liver. The meridian's related to the liver, so we turn. And when we get overhead, bring our feet together and side bend. And side bend again. Back to the first side. Back to the second side. And breathe. And if it feels good, we can cross over and really stretch into that half moon stretch. And then to the other side. And one more of these on each side. And hands to heart center. And we're going to open up the heart area and the heart meridians with starfish stretches, where we stretch up and facing the palms to the sky, and we gather that energy and we bring it back in. And then step to the other side, up and down, and up and down, lift and down, and up and down, up and down, two more to each side. Last set. Hold it for an extra breath and just hold and stretch. If it feels good, come up on your toes. And drop it down. Last one. And up on those toes, only if it feels good. And breathe. Good. And then let's do a lower body one with our Zhang Fu Gong genie arms. We push and roll down. Pushing to the earth, gathering up, letting go of anything that's not serving us. Next one down, open up, spiral those palms out, pull them in. And breathe. And up. And breathe. And this one we get to soothe the eyes, settle the heart, cleanse the organs, and release. And breathe. And let's do two more. Hands back into the starting position of those genie arms, switch sides, and really hinge and release. Waking up that lower body, moving our backs and our spine. And then opening up, smoothing everything out. Gathering from the earth to soothe the eyes, settle the heart, cleanse, and then release and gather again. And breathe. Feel those feet grounded. Feel the upper body light and fluid, flexible but strong. And breathe. Two more. Hands come down. Good. Let's start with regulating the chi, then we'll go into the 5-element flow. So just up, letting all that energy settle. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. 3 more. Now we're going to glide into soaring crane. This variation we come up, push out, open up, grasping thumb and forefinger, big hug, pulling all that energy into the lungs, and then we clean it out. Bring it up, push away anything we don't need, open up, grasp that energy, bring it in, drop it down. Energy up, out, open, grasp, gather more energy in, and bring it in. And up, out, open, thumb and forefinger, gather that energy in, push it down. And breathe. Good. So the color for the lungs, for the metal element, is that pearly white, sort of light gray, but shiny and shimmery. So feel like our breath is breathing in that color, filling our lungs. Out. And breathe. And we breathe in confidence and courage. And we are releasing grief and sadness and depression. And breathe. 2 more. And drop, and then both hands stay here. And we're going to do a little wide leg alternating Zen circles. So you're going to lift and turn like you're holding a little tennis ball with your fingers. And your eyes follow the movement. Sink a little into your heels, drop that tailbone. Drop the shoulders, really send the crown of the head to the sky, and soften. This is the move in the flow for the kidneys. The color is blue, any shade of blue that you want, but we often think of deep sky blue or ocean blue. And when you are doing these flows, you are releasing fear and anxiety and replacing it with peace and calm. And breathe. And breathe. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Let's do 2 more on each side, starting now. Good. So the third element in the 5 elements system that we're working with today is the wood element. So we're going to take one from the first 5 element flow, but it's my favorite one, tree sways. So lots of energy in our trees in New England today. All this week, it's been great. And yesterday or Saturday, there was lots of energy releasing. You could feel the wind sending those energies down. So We are going to sway, be tree sways in the wind, tracing up the side body, bringing that energy in, then we blossom, and then we release. Hinge, trace up the side, send that energy in, and then the tree opens, and then releases. And we get a little swaying in the wind, and we become tree sways. The color associated with the wood element is green. And it represents spring, but it also represents transformation as it goes through the seasons. This is the element that helps us deal, strong wood energy helps us deal better with stress. We become more resilient. So we were replacing all those tough emotions like anger, frustration, impatience, aggravation, jealousy, envy, releasing all of those and replacing them with gentleness and kindness. And breathe. And up. And breathe. And let's go 2 more on each side, starting now. Up. And breathe. Last set. Tracing, growing, blossoming, releasing. Energy in, growing, blossoming, releasing. Good. The 4th element is the fire element, centered in the heart. And we're going to do this heart flow. We've done this a number of times where we're pushing energy away. Keeping our heart fire balanced is really important because this can get overheated pretty quickly. And breathe. And this energy also is often talked about as when it's overheated, it's impatient, it's a little hard driving. And we want to replace that with a sense of joy and compassion for others and for ourselves. The color is red. Just feel like you're swirling in autumn colors as we push all that we don't need aside, a little blocking energy to protect our brains, releasing. And then last 3 to each side, go nice and slow. Soothing that heart fire, building our power, and increasing our capacity for joy and delight. Last one. Good. And the final element is the earth element, which is the balancing. So we're going to do a combination of between heaven and earth and pebble in the pond, which sends good energy out. So we gather, one hand above, one hand below, bring it down. This top hand then sends that energy out, like a ripple in the pond, turning, other side. Drop it down and around. And lift and down and around. And then up and down and around. The color for the earth element is gold, like that sunflower yellow. The color of the leaves, you just feel like we're surrounded by that energy. And up. And think about being balanced and centered, releasing, stopping that overthinking, that sense of worry, and just be present. And up, and down, and around. And up, down, and around. 2 more on each side. Last set. Last one. And let's close with a non-Leholden one. This comes out of the Plum Village set, but this is one of our favorites, is Tortoise Plays with the Sword. So it's a protective one. So we take all this energy and we build up our Wei Qi field. And bring it around. And breathe. Two more rotations. That hand goes back, behind the back, foot comes in, reach out, step out, and circle. Surrounding ourselves with light and letting that protective energy just float down around us, strengthening our Wei Qi field. And breathe. And 2 more. And then standing in this light, the flooding down around us, let's just center all our internal energy. Just a few of these. Right down the middle line. Breathing is slow, deep, steady and smooth. And up. last set. Feet in together. Settle that energy here in the lower dantian. Close your eyes if you can. Come to stillness. And just for the last few breaths, stand in gratitude for all that we have, all that we are, and all that we are able to offer to the world. Two more deep breaths as you find your way to stillness. One last deep breath as you open your eyes, drop out your hands, step out your feet, move and wiggle and squirm as you need to, and take this good feeling into the rest of your week